Mark, it's great to see you in a movie with a gun in your hand again.
Right.
You always seem to relish these action roles. Is it as fun as it looks for you?
Yeah, because really, it's like playing cops and robbers. It's like being a kid again. You know, you get to run around with a gun, you get to drive around, you get to sort of do all the action stuff. The truth is, the reality of it is quite tedious because it's just repetition of little moments again and again. But the final result is so exciting that, I really enjoy doing them.
Oh, that's kind of the thing that everybody thinks it's so glamorous, being a movie star, being an actor. And in fact, actually, a day on set is actually quite laborious, right?
Anybody who's ever been on set is always surprised by actually, how slow the process is.
You do a great angry face, a menacing face. I honestly really wouldn't want to piss you off. How do you get it just right? Because there is a warmth to it, but there's also something terrifying about it, this grin that you do.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why I get offered the roles, because whatever I do naturally is the thing that people relate to. But I think that you've put your finger on it. Is playing villains. You need to find something else to them. It's no good just to be dark and black and horrible. You need some warmth or humanity or something in order to bring them alive.
A very modern, very contemporary film. It also has a very classic feel about it. I was saying to James just a few minutes ago, it reminds me of some of the movies I used to watch with my late father. There's the McHughes, the John Wayne movie. There's the Dirty Harry. There's early John Woo. I mean, is that kind of, when you guys are on set, is that kind of an influence that you were given, a reference point?
Yeah, it was always the case. Iran is a bit of a film geek. I think his dad owned a video shop, so he saw a lot of movies when he grew up. And he has a real love of the Hong Kong action movies of the 80s and the American action movies of Michael Mann, that kind of world. He loves those films, and there was no question when we first met that was the kind of film that he wanted to make. He also played me some soundtrack that the guy had done from Shifty, his first film, in order to try and get me to understand his vision for this one. And I thought, that's just genius. I'd never been in a movie like that, and I'd never seen a British director pull it off.
There is something unique about him, and I think it's the difference with the director, that someone who is passionate about directing and passionate about film, and someone who is just a massive bloody geek.
Yeah.
And he is, isn't he?
Yeah, he knows his stuff, and he told me to go away and watch The French Connection again, to go and watch Infernal Affairs, the original Hong Kong movie, not The Departed, although that's also great, and specifically Heat, for the relationship between Pacino and De Niro, which is not dissimilar to the one that we have, in that you've got two guys either side of the divides, one supposedly good and one bad, but actually they're both as complicated as each other.
Now, I was thinking this morning just how perfect a villain you would make in a Die Hard movie.
Uh-huh.
Now, a little bird tells me that you actually had a call but didn't do it. What happened?
How do you know that?
Oh, a little birdie told me. is that true? You would have been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's true. The phone went, I picked it up, and Bruce Willis said, "Hi, it's Bruce." And I was like, "Hello?" And he says, "Bruce Willis." And I honestly thought, this is ridiculous. I mean, how on earth's he got my number for a start? But we had a chat about it. He said he had a script that he wanted to make, and he was interested in meeting me, and I said, well, keep me informed. And he was kind of saying that, we've got a script that Fox like, and I've got a script that I like, and we're just trying to make the two things into one. But would you be interested? And I said, yeah. And then he phoned again. We had another chat about it, but then it just got away from us, and dates suddenly didn't work, and I'd committed to something else. But yeah, I mean, it's an iconic character, isn't it? The villain in the Die Hard movie.
Was that for 5? Because if they do a 6, you really should do it.
Well, we're always, yeah, I'm around, we'll see.
Now, you constantly mix it up in Hollywood. I mean, your roles are never boring. You do British film, you do TV. You're one of the Brit elite in Hollywood who's never done the move to TV. Mm-hmm. Sort of, like the Andrew Lincolns and the Jason Isaacs. Does that appeal? Is that something you don't want to do right now? It's
funny you should say that. It's just happened. AMC, who make Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, Mad Men, then I'm playing the lead in their new show, basically. We shot the pilot in September in Detroit, and in a couple of weeks I go out to Detroit to shoot the rest of the series. And it's a thing that I did called Low Winter Sun about 7 or 8 years ago, I think, in the UK, about 2 Edinburgh coppers who kill a fellow copper, and then the mayhem that ensues. And they've transposed it to Detroit. And I'd always said no to American TV. I didn't want to go away from the family. I wasn't interested. But this is a character that I played. and I couldn't let it go by. I couldn't let somebody else play my part. So I'm going to give it a go.